Thanks for joining me for practice. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and in the description is a link to my Patreon account. If you'd like to offer a donation, it's greatly appreciated. Namaste. So this morning I'd like to start on our backs. And just allow your spine to soften into the earth, extend your legs long. Bring your arms down by your side, and if you'd like, you can turn your palms up. And just settle into the earth for a moment. So resting here on your back, just watch the rise and fall of the abdomen. And then begin to notice, does the inhale feel easier or the exhale? Or maybe a balance of both? Keep relaxing, keep allowing the body to grow heavy, and notice that the breath also relaxes in response. We find that the inhale and the exhale become more smooth. And as you're noticing which breath feels more comfortable, inhale, exhale, or both, you may also begin to notice if one is longer than the other. So do you lengthen the inhalation more? Do you lengthen the exhalation more? Or are they balanced? And then we're going to work our way towards just a few rounds of belly breathing with sama-vritti. So sama meaning same or equal, vritti meaning fluctuation. So allow the count to come in to the next inhalation, and then match the length of the exhalation to the length of the inhalation. And you might really become more aware of your preferences here as you try to make them equal. Concentrating the movement of the breath in the belly. Just belly breathing for now. Equal inhale, equal exhale. And there's some sort of comfort that comes in when the breath is balanced. When we relax and concentrate on just belly breathing, it really does trigger the nervous system to calm and stabilize. Just a few more rounds. Very nice. Now we're going to begin to let that breath go and just take a few moments of feeling complete relaxation in the body, in the mind. Again, the body is still being held here by the earth, so no effort in the musculature, nothing to grip or hold on to. And then bringing your legs and your feet together. Inhale, reach your arms over the head for a count of 5. Flex your feet at the same time. Now exhale for a count of 5, just like we were doing before, a Samavriti, and point your toes as your fingertips reach the floor. Good. Inhale for a count of 5. Bring the arms over the head, flex your feet. Exhale for a count of 6. And again, as your fingertips reach forward, you're going to point the toes. I'm going to keep growing the exhale. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 8. And as you're exhaling longer count, really work on beginning to contract the abdomen down towards the earth and pulling it towards the spine. Good. Inhale for 5. If you can keep going, we're going to exhale for 9. If not, stay where you can. Inhale for 5. And the last one is to exhale for 10. So 1 to 2 breathing. And then we'll stay here for a few extra rounds. Inhaling 5, exhaling 10, or whatever you're capable of doing. But the idea is that we want to make this smooth and comfortable. Keep going. Last 2. Notice how you can contract the whole abdomen, really stretching in the belly as you take more time with that exhale breath. Last one. And then when you get to the end of that, just relax, turn the palms back up, let the feet completely relax, even rolling slightly out to the side. Become effortless in the breath, just observe. And then lift the left arm up and over your head. Let your right hand float down the side of your leg. Left arm comes over the head. And once again, bring your legs and feet together. So we're doing a half moon shape here with the body, but resting on the earth. And really ground through the left heel, through the left hip. Feel that anchoring in the back side of the body. And we're just warming up, so we're just going to find that the inhale stretches into the ribs, into the side body. And the exhale will relax some of the effort. Now throughout the practice today, if you'd like, you can continue with 5-7 breathing. It's a little more doable, especially if we get into some stronger asana. But if you're capable, try to maintain that 1 to 2 breath or 5-10 breathing. And remember the activation of the abdominal muscles on exhalation as a way to control and support the longer exhale breath. Last 2 breaths here, please. Very nice. And then slowly bring your left arm back down to your side, shift back into neutral on your mat, and then inhale the right arm up and over the head. And again, we're going to curve the body, left hand floats down the leg, and we're moving into that half moon shape here on this side. Again, stay anchored through right heel, through right hip, almost as if you're rolling that outer right side of the body down towards the floor. If you're tight in the psoas, you might begin to feel some of that stretch in that deep internal abdominal organ and muscles. And then send that 5, 7, or 5, 10 breath deeply into the body, contracting abdomen, navel really pulling slightly in and up on exhalation. Continue to stay anchored through the right side. Don't pull forward to the side so much that you pull off the earth. So everything's still connected. And at the completion of your last breath, you're going to slowly bring the arm down, scoot the body back into a neutral position. Bring your knees into your chest, draw them into the core, wrapping the arms around the legs. Feel the tailbone lengthening away from the crown of the head, so a nice long straight spine here. And then hug your right knee and extend your left leg. As you flex through the heel of that foot, draw the knee a little deeper towards the right armpit, just moving into the flexors and the hips and the extenders. Maybe noticing some compression on the right thigh, some sensation there. And then switch, bring your left knee in and extend your right leg long. Feel the blood rush into that right leg as you pull that left knee in. Notice any differences between right and left side. Good. Supta Dandasana, bringing both knees into your chest for a moment. Maintain that tailbone away from the crown of the head and then straighten both legs up towards the ceiling. And as you do, really look at the feet. Pull the pinky toe sides of your feet down so that your feet are as flat as possible. Lifting through the inner arch. And in Supta Dandasana here, we want to have the ankles lined up with the hips. And it does require a little bit of core strength. So breathing into that. Again, each exhalation taking navel back to spine. Keep lifting up through the inner ankle. Keep pressing like you could make an imprint in the ceiling. Good. Now we're going to open the legs out to the side. And if you'd like, you can just take your hands on the inner thighs for now. So just the weight of the hands, creating a little bit of space and length. Continue to reach out through the heels of the foot. Make sure that that tailbone stays grounded away from the crown of the head. 5, 7, or 5, 10 breathing. And now we're going to cross left leg over right. And if you can, you're going to hook the toes behind the calf. If not, don't worry about it. And then left arm's going to come out in front of you. Right arm goes over. Rotate the palms together. And you're doing eagle pose here on your back. And now really anchor the abdomen down toward the floor. And surprisingly, there's quite a bit of core strength just to maintain this posture. Breathe here, Supta Garudasana. Navel hugs back to the spine with that longer exhale. And then open your arms out wide, open the legs out wide, and just take a moment here, release, and switch. So right leg over left. Again, if you can hook the toes under the calf, great. If not, don't worry about it. Right arm goes out, left arm goes over, and we're gonna rotate the palms together. And again, you're drawing the navel down towards the earth. You don't want the abdominal muscles to puff up. So think of like knitting them towards the floor. And continue to breathe. And if there's some shaking, that's okay. We're waking up, breaking through some of those patterns in the musculature, strengthening the nervous system. Just keep the face relaxed, jaw, eyes relaxed. Getting ourselves in touch with this core here early on in the practice. And then once again, we'll open the arms out wide, open the legs out wide, and then close the legs up like a book. Find Supta Dandasana again. And now just taking your right leg down to the floor, leave the left leg up in the air. Those of you that can hook index middle thumb around the big toe. If that's not possible, perfectly fine to just hold on to the calf, especially at this part of the practice. And now you're going to take the right hand and slide it down the leg towards the toes. As you lift your chest, lift as much of the upper back off the floor as possible, contracting the abdomen and reaching the fingertips. So we're bringing in a little bit strength here early in the practice to relate deeper to that abdominal area. Breathe here, chin is in, no strain. One more breath. Release head and neck first. Release the hand on the toes and bring the right leg back up in the air. Find Supta Dandasana again. And we'll switch sides. So now left leg comes down and either hooking the index middle thumb around the big toe or holding on to the calf of the right leg. Take your left hand and slide it down that thigh towards the toes, lifting your chest, your upper back off the floor as much as possible. Abdomen contracts towards the spine. Breathe here. Do your best to maintain a longer exhale, even if you have to go to that 5-7 and before maybe you were at 5-10. And gently release. Send the left leg back up in the air. And once again, Supta Dandasana. Keep pulling back on the pinky toe, sides of the feet. Good. Hug your knees into your chest one more time. You can do a little rocking from side to side to make sure that the back feels loose. And then hands are going to go underneath the knees. Roll yourself all the way up into a seated position. And just for a minute, crossing the legs into Sukhasana Easy Pose. Hands can rest on the knees for just a moment and observe the feeling in the body. That early relationship to the abdomen. Bring your hands to your heart, and we'll set our intention for the practice today to work on letting go of what is in the backside of the body. So what is behind us? If we think about the backside as being our past, the front side as being our future, what is it that we carry with us, the imprints, the memories that maybe don't serve us anymore, and it's time to release? And it takes a lot of courage to do something like that, and this is why we're accessing that abdomen, that power center, the place in the body where we find our fire, our willingness to have courage, our willpower and determination. And that through that trust and faith, can we move into a greater place, free ourselves from the shackles of the past. So if there's anything related to that you would like to add into your intention, please state that mentally now. And then place this in your heart and surround it with love. We'll begin with the chant of Om 3 times to align ourselves with that vibration of creation. Deep inhale in. And then take a long exhale out and really purge and let go. Through that longer exhale breath, we release. Good. Now we can facilitate a greater inhale. Breathe in. Good. Bow your head to your hands. Gently open your eyes and place your hands directly on top of your knees. Dip your heart forward through your shoulders. Let your elbows point up and then exhale. Contract your abdomen, hold onto the knees and pull back into the back of the heart. And repeat that again. Inhale, come forward, freeing up any contraction there in the front of the chest. But then as you exhale, contracting the abdomen and getting into the back of the heart, especially between the shoulder blades. Keep going, inhaling, exhaling. Back of the heart is often where we judge ourselves most harshly. That area of the body, and almost everybody has some tension, maybe some knots. 2 more. With that longer exhale, you can really get in there. Last one. And then sit tall for a moment. Just feel tall spine, relaxed body. Very nice. Let's come into tabletop position. So we'll bring hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tops of the feet press firmly into the floor. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the sit bones, look up. As you exhale, draw the navel to the spine, round the back, take the sit bones to the heels, child's pose. Keep a slight bend in the elbow as you go down to widen the upper back. Inhale, heart lift, sit bones lift as you look up. And this time we're going to exhale, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog for 1 breath. So send the hips up and back, elongate the spine. And then inhale, bring the knees to the floor, heart lift, sit bones lift. And exhale, really contract the abdomen, almost like there's a hook on the belly button, pulling it back towards the spine as you go into child's pose. Inhale, come back up into tabletop. Heart lift, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog for 2 breaths. And now on your exhalation, really take a little extra time and pull the abdomen deeply in and up. And then inhale, knees to floor, heart lift, sit bones lift. And exhale, round the back, child's pose. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Again, not only pulling the abdomen in and up, but almost feeling like you could hollow out the belly. Relax head and neck. Keep rolling shoulder heads away from ears. Longer exhales. And inhale, knees to floor. Heart lifts, sit bones lift. Exhale, child's pose. Stay in child's pose and walk your fingers forward. Come up onto the tips of the fingers, and let the inner palm lift. Let the heart dip through the shoulders. Forehead is relaxed. Seat to the heels. And then relax your palms and let your elbows grow soft. Tops of the shoulders melt, and just feel that you're letting go, releasing any of that gripping or holding, giving it into the earth. As you breathe here and there's some compression at the front side of the body, let the breath then reach deeper into the kidneys, back of the heart, back of the shoulder blades. Bringing some prana awareness into the back side of the body, what's behind us. Last one. Inhale, tabletop position. Heart lifts, sit bones lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Just make sure we have the alignment principles, so feet hip distance apart, toes turned in slightly, heels out. That helps to roll the inner thighs in and back, which lets the sit bones spread, and as they spread, you can lift that tailbone just a little higher, elongating the waist. As the waist lengthens, feel the side bodies lengthen, you really push into the hands, but then roll your shoulder heads away from the ears and hug the head of the shoulder into its socket. So you feel the head and neck release and drop down. And then you're going to continue to squeeze the arms toward the midline of the body so that there's a firm strength in the upper body just as much as there is in the base of the body. And the concentration then is on the breath and on the exhalation, drawing the navel deeply in and up under the rib cage. And we'll take 2 more here, please. Longer exhales, 5, 7, maybe 5, 10. Rise onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, look at your hands, step forward to your fingertips. Open your feet hip distance apart. So standing forward, fold, micro bend in your knee. Hook your index, middle thumb around your big toe. If that's not possible, place your hands on your shins. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Draw the tips of the shoulder blades down your back. Send the sternum away from pubic bone. Exhale, bend knees, bend elbows, relax head and neck. Same thing if you're using the shin bones. You're going to inhale, push into the shins, draw the heart forward and away. And then exhale and soften. Take the navel deeply in and up as you fold. Good. 3 more with your 5, 7, or 5, 10 breathing. So as we take longer to go into the forward bend, you've got more opportunity to pull the abdomen deeply in and up, creating a deeper relationship. Last one. And inhale, pull forward. Bring your hands to your hips, flatten the back, and press equally into both feet as you rise up to standing, and then just take a moment in Samastiti. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Arms are by your side. You can have soft gaze, gently looking at the horizon or at the floor. But feel some of that prana in the back side of the body, some of the alivening, the awakening of prana there. We're going to do a modified sun salutation, so big toes are touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, sink into chair. Stay for the inhale, lower shoulders, tailbone under, lower belly lifts. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose with a flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to downward facing dog. So bring your feet together, come onto the balls of their feet, reach the right leg up in the air. Exhale the left heel down. Inhale the right leg as high as you can. Now we're going to swing that through for pigeon. So bring knee to right wrist, top of the foot down. Doesn't matter if your shin is angled, that's okay. Inhale, fingers beside the hips. Lift the heart into the back bend first, and then exhale and walk it out. And I encourage for the first round just to stay on the elbows. Give that hip a moment or two to adjust. It's 3 breaths here. We're not going to stay for too long, but do have that slightly longer exhale. 1 more. And then bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, extend the right leg up into the air, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank position. We're going to modify the vinyasa, so bring knees to the floor, lift toes behind you, squeeze elbows tight into your side till your belly comes down. Tops of the feet ground. Inhale, cobra pose, and exhale to downward facing dog. Feet are together, balls of your feet. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the right heel down. Inhale the left a little bit higher. And now exhale, swing that through for pigeon. So knee to left wrist, top of the foot down. Shin can be angled. Tuck your back toes under, slide back. Fingers in alignment with the hips. Inhale. And then exhale and walk it out. Again, start on those forearms. Be gentle with your body. Let it ease into this deep hip opener. 3 breaths. Keep drawing the navel back on exhalation to support the spine. And then hands under the shoulders, tuck your back toes under, extend that left leg up into the air, and exhale to downward facing dog for 5 full breaths. Find those alignment principles we just worked a moment ago and really concentrate on taking that navel in and up on exhalation, really getting a sense of that hollowing out of the belly. Each long exhale breath, send some tension out with it. Whatever that was stored in the body, maybe from our past experiences. And then at the completion, come onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, look at your hand step, or lightly hop your feet forward. Inhale to monkey pose with a flat back, hands on shin or floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, arms reach chair. We're going to stay for the exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. Arms reach, and exhale, hands to the heart. So that's one round. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Stay for the inhale. Lower shoulders, tailbone under, lower belly lifts. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, monkey. Flat back. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to down dog. Feet together, balls of your feet. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the left heel down. Inhale the right leg as high as you can. Exhale, swing it through. Pigeon pose on this side. Inhale, fingers beside the hips. Heart extends. Exhale, walk it out. Now you can stay on those forearms like you did before, or if you'd like, you can bring the hands forward, forehead to the floor. 3 breaths. Try your best to let go on that exhalation. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the back toes, extend right leg up into the air. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank position. Again, you can lower knees if you need to, otherwise squeeze tight chaturanga. Inhale, scoop forward and up to up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Feet are together, balls of the feet. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale the right heel down. Inhale the left as high as you can. And exhale, swing it through. Pigeon on this side. Inhale, extend the heart. Exhale, walk it out. You can stay on those forearms or bring the hands forward, forehead to the floor. 3 breaths. Without getting too comfortable, hands under the shoulders, tuck the back toes under, extend left leg up into the air, and exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Maybe feeling some warmth, a little increase in flexibility, or even just familiarity for the body. At the completion, balls of your feet, bend your knees, look at your hands, step or lightly hop forward. Inhale to monkey pose with a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair. Stay for exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair. Stay for inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, down dog. Feet together, balls of your feet. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, left heel down. Inhale, right higher. Exhale, pigeon. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, walk it out, 3 breaths. Hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes, extend that right leg all the way back up in the air, and exhale, down dog. One more time, Vinyasa, inhale, plank, knees lowered or lifted, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Feet together, balls of your feet, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right heel down. Inhale, left a little higher, and exhale, swing it through, pigeon pose. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, walk it out. Hands under shoulders, tuck the toes under. Extend that left leg all the way up in the air. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 full breaths. Keep hollowing out belly. Gaze is steady, mind is steady. Awareness more in the backside of the body today. Keep letting go of that tension. And then come onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look at the hands, step or lightly hop forward. Inhale to monkey, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift into chair. Stay for the exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart, and just rest. So take a moment, let everything settle. Feel body, breath, harmonizing. One more. Good, so here at the front of your mat, inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose, flat back. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. So from down dog, extend your right leg up in the air, flex through the heel of the foot, but keep the hips square. So if you look at your toes, they should point straight down. As you exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Inhale, extend the leg away. Exhale, knee into your chest, contracting the core. Inhale, extend away. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Now this time, as you bring the knee into your chest, contract it as deeply as you can and then lunge that foot forward to the fingertips. Spin the back foot flat and line the front heel with the back heel. So the back toes are really angled in towards that upper left corner of your mat. And then inhale your arms forward and up for warrior one. So your hips are going to stay in this squared position. You can adjust for the width of your hips if you want to widen the stance a little bit. So we're going to start here with our arms down by our side, front knee bent in alignment with the ankle, pressed firmly into the back heel, really lengthening the calf. And then straighten that front leg for a moment, bend into the front knee again, and inhale, reach the arms forward and up. You're going to feel the back bend in the upper back, but we're leaning forward slightly to reduce the lumbar curve. And then exhale, we're going to straighten the leg and bring the arms down by your side. Repeat that again. Inhale, lean forward. Arms come forward and up. You feel the slight back bend. Exhale. Arms come down, legs straightens. Good. With that 5-7 or 5-10 breath, your choice. Inhale. Exhale. So you're going much slower as you're hugging that muscle to the bone and bringing the arms down. 2 more. Gaze gets steady, mind gets steady as we slow down. 1 more. Now, staying in this position, interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your knuckles down. Keep rolling the shoulder heads away from the ears, hugging the shoulder blades toward one another. Bend into that front knee. And now stay in Warrior One and just continue to breathe into the heart, into the chest, opening up the shoulders. Feel areas where it's tight or stuck. And we're kind of squeezing and wringing out that back body. Navel hugs in on exhalation, so continue to support the spine through the abdominal engagement. 1 more breath here. And now fold on the inside of the leg and let the arms reach up into the air. Hug the right hip in so it doesn't pop out to the side. So it's as if you're squeezing into the midline of the body. Head and neck is released. Shoulder blades are squeezing in. Knuckles are reaching away. Challenge that front knee a little more. Stay anchored into the back heel. 2 more. And fingertips to the floor. Pivot on the ball of the back foot for high lunge for just a moment and let the hips lower. And then exhale to downward facing dog and just feel that sweet release. Good. Left leg extends up in the air. Flex through the heel of the foot. Exhale, take your knee into your chest. Crunch your core. Inhale, reach it away again. Make sure those toes are pointing straight down. Exhale, knee in. Keep going with your breath. Remember, it's a longer exhale as you're contracting the abdomen. One more. Inhale away. Exhale, pull the knee in as deeply as you can, and then lunge that foot forward to the fingertips. Spin your back foot flat. Heel to heel alignment. Back toes are angled. Press into the feet. Come up through Warrior One. So again, hips are squared forward. Adjust as you need to so you feel stable and anchored through your legs and feet. And we'll start with the arms down by the side, front knee bent. Really feel that you're pressing into the back heel, lengthening the calf. Good, straighten your leg. And on your next inhale, bend into your knee. Arms reach up over the head. Feel the back bend in the upper back, but the lumbar spine is staying relatively flat. And then exhale, contract your abdomen. Squeeze the muscle to the bone. Bring the arms down. Do it again. Inhale. Moving into the back bend. Exhale. Inhale. Remember, the slower you go on that exhalation, the more you can really contract the abdomen. 2 more. Slower you go, eyes get steady, mind gets steady. Very nice. Now you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try to get the heels of the hands together. And now bend into that front knee again. And stay here for Warrior One. Modified arms. Watch the tendency for the low ribs to pop forward. So we want to stretch into sternum, chest, shoulders, but keep the abdomen engaged. Wring out some of that tension in the back body, especially behind the back of the heart. Stay anchored in that outer heel so you're getting that calf to stretch. Breathe into the heart. Spread the collarbones. Good, and then we're going to fold on the inside of that leg. Knuckles reach up and away. You got to pull the left hip in. There's that tendency for that hip to want to pop out to the side. And then knuckles pull away. Head and neck is relaxed. Two more. And fingertips to the floor. You're going to pivot on the ball of that back foot. High lunge position. Let the hips soften for a moment. And then exhale to down dog. Let everything go. Head and neck is relaxed. Come onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, look at the hands. Step forward to your fingertips. Inhale to monkey pose, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Now, if you want to open the feet hip distance apart, we're just going to stay here in forward fold. So you're welcome to take the hands around the calves, or if you can line the fingertips up with the toes, placing the palms flat, that's fine too. Watch the tendency to sink in the heels. Come forward slightly in the balls of the feet. And return back to that breathing. So either 5-7 or 5-10. Long exhale, and think of the exhale like a sigh. Can you really let go of whatever's holding on in the back side of the body? Of course, the more you engage the antagonistic muscles in the core and the front side of the body, the more the back side will open. Don't sink in the heels. Come forward a little bit more. Navel draws in and up. Last two. Really let go here. Hands to hips, come halfway up. Let the blood just level out for a moment. And when you feel ready, come all the way up and find Samastiti. And just observe. Again, eyes closed or soft gaze. Can you notice where the prana is primarily in the body? Front side, back side, where are we feeling it? Top, bottom. One more breath here. All right, so right leg's going to step out, and we're just coming into a wide-legged forward fold, but a shorter distance, about 3.5 feet, so it's not too crazy. It's a nice test just to extend the arms, flex the wrists, and the ankles are somewhere underneath them. So just for a moment, press to the outside edges of your feet and really secure the legs. We're going to move in and out of a twist. So inhale, reach the arms up into alignment with the shoulders. And then bend your right knee as you exhale, rotate the navel to the right, and take the fingertips down either near the toes or to the outside edge of the foot. Rotate the navel, and right arm lifts up for the twist. And then inhale, rise back up into standing. And we're going to do the other side. So bend into your left knee, right hand comes down. However depth you can make it. Rotate belly, chest, head and neck. And then inhale, press into the feet and come up. We're going to do that again. So same side, moving to the other side. Left hand to right foot. Bend your knee. Rotate belly, chest, head and neck. Inhale, press into the feet, come up. And to the other side. Right hand to left foot. Bending that knee. Rotate belly, chest, head and neck. Good. Inhale up. Now really work that with your longer exhale breath. And if you're feeling more flexible, then you can keep the legs straight as you move into the twist. Inhale and come up. Notice how the longer exhale facilitates a deeper twist. Last one here to the left side. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring hands to hips. Rest for just a moment. So we're going to return to that other side now, the first side that we started on. Inhale the arms long. Left hand, again, to where the capacity is. And then we're going to stay. So rotating belly, chest, head, and neck. Really feel the spine ring out. Inhale, grow as tall as you can through the spine. Exhale, pull the abdomen in and squeeze as you rotate. Work that longer exhale breath. Keep going. Inhale, stay. Exhale, squeeze. Maybe gain another 1/4 inch. One more, full breath. Exhale, squeeze, twist just a little bit more. And then inhale, come back up to standing. And exhale, hands to hips. Rest. Inhale, arms long. Exhale, other side. Right hand to left toes. We're going to stay. So you can keep that knee bent if you need to. Chest, ribs, belly rotates. Now inhale, stay, grow longer and taller. So we don't just collapse in the chest. We actually extend out of the waist. And then exhale, squeeze and rotate and twist. The more you engage the abdomen, the deeper the twist. 2 more like that, please. Keep finding extra space. And then inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to hips and rest. Gaze is steady, mind is steady. One more breath here. Now we're going to widen the stance a little bit more, so about a foot longer. Inhale, the arms reach up. Turn the right toes out so that when you bend your knee and your toes are in the same alignment. And then interlace your fingers behind your back as you move towards that knee. And now we're just going to let the knuckles go up again in Yoga Mudra. And we're stretching into the inner thigh of the left leg. So as you bend deeper into the right leg, you're opening up that inner groin, getting deeper into the hip. Breathe here. Stay anchored to the outside edge of that left foot. Let the weight of the upper body create just a little more depth. And then come back to center. Turn the toes in, stay low. Turn the left toes out, bend the knee, and do it on the other side. So we've got nice length there through the inner thigh of the right leg. But as we bend the knee, we're also getting into the hip and into the groin. Head and neck is relaxed here. Let those knuckles release away, shoulder heads away from ears. And then we're going to come back to the center, stay low. Take your hands down the backs of your legs. Hold on to your ankles. Bend your elbows out wide and draw the crown of the head towards the earth. And it's okay if it doesn't touch. If you're close, wiggle the feet out about 1 inch or so and get that connection to the crown. Toes are still in slightly, heels out. Press to the outside edges of your feet. Take the tips of the shoulder blades slightly down the back, shoulders wide away from the ears. One more full breath here. Good. Hands under the shoulders. You're going to heel toe your feet into a wide squat. So toes out, heels in, lower the hips down. If the heels don't touch, you can stay on the balls of the feet. Elbows on the insides of the legs. Hands into prayer. Sit bones ground towards the earth. Close the eyes if it's comfortable. So Upanavayu meditation, visualizing a dark blue triangle with the apex pointing down at the very base of the spine. You can send anything you want out through that triangle and see it in the form of a lightning bolt that strikes the earth. And I like to do that with a strong exhale. So we've been working on that strong exhale throughout the whole practice. So what is it that holds you back? What is in that past that's like a shackle? Can you let it go here? Give it to the earth. Give it to the earth in that lightning bolt that strikes, releasing it for good. One more. Hands behind you. Bring your hips down. Extend your legs forward. Internally rotate your thighs. And set yourself up for Dandasana. Stack pose. Hands by the hips. Press the heels of the hands down. So even lengthening here, your forearms. Feel the stretch through even the tops of the shoulders. Chin stays in, back of the neck is long, crown is lifted. Steady gaze or eyes closed, your choice. One more here. All right, variation here, Marichiyasana. Take your right foot in as close as you can to the inner thigh and wrap your left arm around the knee. Right hand goes behind you. Now, sometimes it's helpful here, I'll move to the side. Sometimes it's helpful to clear the belly out of the way so that as you move into the twist, you kind of lean back a little bit, get that belly out of the way, and then you can get a little bit of a deeper seal. And now it's still the work of the core and the abdomen to pull the chest closer to the thigh. Left foot is flexed, don't let it tilt out to the side, and rotate your navel to the right, gazing over that right shoulder. Breathe deeply here. Feel the spine unwind. Keep rotating. One more breath. And then gently unwind that. Hold the shin bones, sit tall. Feel that space in the spine. And now 2 options for the next forward bend. You can take your sole of the foot into the inner thigh of the left leg, knee out to the side for a closed Janu Sirsasana. Or if you've got a little more flexibility, you can reach for the outside edge of that foot, bring it into the crease of the opposite hip and thigh. So by holding it on the outer edge of the foot, you really protect the knee joint. And then you can choose to either wrap the arm around the back of the leg and bind by grabbing the toes, or you can just hold on to the back of your shirt. Okay, if you just have the foot to the inner thigh, we'll just keep the arms in alignment with the ears as you bring them up. So inhale, either both arms or one arm reaches up. Exhale, forward fold over the leg. Now you can hold on to shin, ankle, or foot. And then breathe deeply here. Now, really hug that navel in and back. So same stuff that we've been working on with the core the whole time. And we're going to begin with that 5-7 breathing. So a couple rounds here together. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling for 7. And then we'll work it towards 5-8. Use the abdomen. Try 5-9. And maybe get to 5-10. Notice how you use the abdomen so much more with that longer exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release whatever bind you had, or if the foot was at the inner thigh, Dandasana staff. Take just a moment here to feel. And then we'll do the other side. So right leg is straight. First option is just to place, oh wait, we have to do the twist first, sorry. So right leg is straight, bend the left knee, bring that foot to the inner thigh. Wrap your arm around the knee. And then left hand behind you. Again, you're gonna lean back a little bit to clear the belly out of the way. And then looking over that left shoulder, continue to rotate the navel to the left, but hug your chest closer to your thigh so that you're using that back and core strength to stay stable. And once there's stability there, you might find that the twist opens a little deeper for you. Try not to tilt that right foot, so try to keep that inner thigh of that extended leg rotating towards the floor. Breathe deeply here, Vinyasa. Long exhales. Last one. Good. Unwind. Head and neck first. Then hold the shin bone and sit tall. And just feel the rest of the spine release. And now we can move into that forward bend. First option is just to place the sole of the foot on the inner thigh for more of a closed Janu Sirsasana position. Or if you're feeling comfortable, outside edge of that foot goes into the crease of the opposite hip and thigh. So a half lotus or bound half lotus. Left hand goes behind you. If you can reach the toes, great. If not, you're going to hold on to your shirt. And then right arm reaches up, or if you're in Janu, both arms, and then exhale, fold. Navel hugs into the back body. Breathe deeply here. Regulate the breath to 5-7. Then try to stretch it to 5-8. Use the core as you're exhaling. Try for 5-9. And then 5-10. One more. Slowly unwind. Come up. Take your time. Extend both legs. Dandasana is a reset. Legs are firm. Mind is quiet. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. And symmetrical now. Exhale, forward fold, and lean into all that space you've just created. And then hands to shin, ankle, foot, floor, whatever's comfortable. Head and neck relaxed. Still pull the navel in and up to take the belly out of the way, but everything else is completely soft and relaxed. Breathe here. Continue with the 5-10 that you ended with. Just think of whatever is behind you in the back of the body, releasing, no longer creating any kind of limitation. Last breath, really use the core. And then slowly lean back. Hold on to whatever bind you have, so that's shin, ankle, or foot. Flatten your back, chin in, so if you could see yourself from the side, you'd have a perfectly straight line, nice and flat, so that you're just engaging the musculature of the back since after being so deeply relaxed. And then slowly come up the rest of the way. Take a moment once again in Dandasana. All right, coming onto your back, knees to chest. Hug them in and notice, is there a little more space now than there was when we first started the practice? And I'd like to have a little bit of a modified Viparita Karani here. So if you're not wanting to elevate the spine, you can return to Supta Dandasana, which is just legs straight up, soles of the feet flexed. This actually requires a little bit more effort. Otherwise, you can come into bridge pose. And we're going to do this systematically. So feet flat, knees bent, arms down by your side. Start by just lifting your tailbone off the earth and then exhale and lower it down. Lift tailbone then and sacrum on your inhale and then lower that down. Lift tailbone, sacrum, lower back and then lower that down. And tailbone, sacrum, lower back, middle back. Lower that. Nice massage as it comes down. And finally, tailbone, sacrum, lower back, middle back, all the way rolling to the upper back. And exhale and come down and do 3 more like that, just to make sure that the spinal muscles are engaged and supportive and strengthening after those deep forward bends. Good. Inhaling, exhaling. Last one like this, please. And now this time we're going to roll up to stay. If you're moving into that modified Viparita Karani mudra, you're going to come onto the balls of the feet as high as you can. Slide your block underneath your sacrum. Of course, any edge of the block is fine, flat, middle, or tall. And then extend the legs up into the air. Arms are down by the side. You want to feel like that block fully supports you, so it really takes almost no effort to hold up the legs, unless there's a lot of tension in the back of the hamstrings. Palms face up, shoulder blades are tucked underneath you. Gaze is at the toes, or you can even close your eyes here. And take your internal gaze at the abdomen. And really, this has got so many benefits to doing Viparita Karani Mudra. We're doing a modified version here, but really just feeling even just the traction in the spine from the block. Still longer exhales. Still in a quality of letting go. Mind is quiet. A lot of these things in our past have us chasing after experiences to either heal them or repeat them. So as we let them go, we free up room in our lives to just be instead of do. Last one here. And then one foot comes down and then the other back into bridge. Take a moment to stay in a supported bridge. If you have to shift the block a little bit, that's okay. Take a full, complete inhale into the chest. A full, complete exhale. And then rise onto the balls of the feet, slide the block out, and one vertebrae at a time, melt that spine on retention so that you get each bone to really secure and anchor into the earth. And then just for a moment, let the knees fall into one another. You can rest your hands on your abdomen if you'd like, or one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the heart. And then prepare for Shavasana. Final relaxation, if you're in a cooler room, make sure to put socks, sweaters on so that your body temperature cools down slowly. And if you are in a lighted room, see if you can find a light piece of material, something that's not distracting, to block out the light. Once you're ready to settle in, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, palms face up, feet about hip distance apart, roll the feet out to the side so the hips are relaxed here. And then before we fully get into Shavasana, I'm going to just do 3 sighs out through the mouth. And with that sigh, bringing in a little bit of sound. So in the mind's eye, with your eyes closed, can you visualize in the heart itself being the expansive blue sky, and then there's clouds in the way. So each of the sighs that we do are going to clear the clouds. It's reminding us true that the sun is always shining, always giving. And that it's just our perception sometimes that when we get those clouds out of the way, we can see and feel the light. So take a deep inhale in. Inhale. Inhale. And now just clear blue sky. So very slowly begin to deepen your breath. Move the thumb across the fingertips. Wiggle the toes. Rotate wrists and ankles. And then gently draw knees to chest. Give yourself a hug. And curl to your right side into fetal. Rest there for just a moment. Letting the spine come into balance. Arm under the head as a pillow. Left hand into the earth. Slowly roll yourself up into a seated position. And if you'd like, use a prop, bolster, or blanket to sit tall into Sukhasana, easy pose, or any variation. Tall spine, relaxed body. Once again, return to belly breathing, isolating the breath down in the abdomen. And 5-7, very comfortable pace. Now, if you feel very comfortable reaching towards 1 to 2 breathing, you can increase the breath by 1. So inhale 5, exhale 8. And then inhale 5, exhale 9. And then 5-10. So we're going to change the breathing pattern to inhaling for 5, exhaling for 10, or whatever count you can do, and then holding at the bottom of the exhale, the breath held out for half the length of the inhale. So for 2, 2.5, inhale again for 5, exhale for 10, and then holding the breath out for like 2, 2.5. Good. Inhale for 5, exhale for 10, and hold the breath out for 3. Stay relaxed. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 10. Hold the breath out for 3. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 10. Hold for 4. As long as it causes no strain. Continue to repeat that again. Inhaling for 5. Exhale for 10. And hold out for 5, no strain. Repeat. Three more. At the completion of that last one, relax all effort. No longer shaping or controlling the breath. And just get still. You may even notice Kavala, Kambaka, the spontaneous holding of the breath, spontaneous retention. And from that place of deep peace, bring your chin to your chest. Bring your hands to your heart. Return to the intention that we set and trust that you received what you could receive, letting the rest go. We'll seal the practice with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Deep inhale in. Long exhale out. Last purge. Deep inhale in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.